Hi everyone, Charlotte here from New Zealand Shores. Today I'm just jumping in to talk about a recent announcement we had from the New Zealand government regarding what their priorities are, what they understand needs to happen moving into 2025, and what we can expect in terms of immigration policy. So Erica Stanford, who is our immigration minister, attended a business lunch in Auckland a couple of weeks ago where she talked a lot about what our priorities are for immigration and in turn what immigration means to New Zealand and how we can make sure that we are attracting highly skilled migrants to plug those skill shortages which we have in New Zealand across a number of sectors. She talked a lot about how they understand that some of the systems and processes that they have inherited from our previous government aren't necessarily the most ideal settings, and they're not actually working that favourably at the moment for a lot of New Zealand businesses and migrants who are wanting to move to New Zealand. So they acknowledge now that they have really put in some good thorough checks on job checks and accreditation and accredited employer work visas, that whole system has now slowed down quite substantially. Anyone who is going through that process at the moment will definitely understand that has slowed down, and it is really a frustration point for us, for employers and for migrants. So they are looking at what they can do to reassess that accredited employer work visa system. And when we talk about the system, we talk about the accreditation for employers, the job check for employers, and then the accredited employer work visas as well. She didn't really hint too much at what that would look like in particular for migrants or how that might affect you if you're migrating to New Zealand, or if you're an employer, how that may affect you. But ultimately, it looks like they will try and speed that process up, which is awesome. That's exactly what we need in that space. So we do understand that review on that accredited employer work visa system is happening now, and as we move into the new year, we should start to receive some updates on what that will look like moving forward. Ultimately, the system should get better though, because they have acknowledged that they know it's not really working at the moment, and they really want to make sure we're in a space where that's working efficiently. The second thing she spoke about was our residency pathways. So at present, we only have, for skilled migrants, we only have the skilled migrant category itself, and Tier 1 and Tier 2 are the green list. So that's straight to residence and the work to residence category. It does limit quite a number of people from being able to apply for residence, predominantly if you're a trades worker. So when the new policy came out in August last year, to qualify under that skilled migrant category, many people had to have a bachelor's degree or higher, or they had to meet certain pay rates to be eligible. For a lot of our trades workers with trade certificates, obviously those aren't at a bachelor's degree level, and some of those pay rates at 1.5 times the median wage, depending on your trade, are actually quite hard to meet as a tradesman. So Immigration New Zealand realised that is also a really big issue. New Zealand for a long time has had a shortage in the trade spaces. We really, really need tradies in New Zealand. We are in a position where we definitely need new infrastructure in lots of different places. Current infrastructure needs updating, and in order to do that successfully, we really need those trades workers. So Immigration New Zealand and the government are busy reviewing that. The message she gave was, if you are a trades worker, we want you, and we want you to be able to stay. So again, those announcements are likely to come in the new year. We can't hypothesize at the moment what that looks like. We don't know what they're going to do with that skilled migrant category, or what those changes will be, or what that will look like in terms of how long you have to perhaps work here to be able to apply. But the good news is they are reviewing it. So if you are one of those trades workers and you don't know what your pathway looks like at the moment for residency, and you are wanting to stay, please feel free to reach out to us, info@New Zealand Shores, or you can go onto our website and connect us that way. And what we can do is we can put you on our database so that when those announcements do come, you will be the first to hear about it. So the minute we get updates regarding policy, we send newsletters out to our database, so you can be first to know as soon as that information is hot off the press. We are more than happy to have a chat to you about what your process looks like at the moment, as well as keep you up to date with any future announcements that may come. The other category, which is a very hot topic at the moment, which we are waiting for an announcement on, is the parent boost visa. So our national government, before they came into power last year, campaigned heavily on a number of different immigration policies, one of which was called the parent boost visa. So the parent boost visa was designed to be a 5-year visa, which would allow parents or grandparents to be able to come and effectively live in New Zealand as a visitor for a 5-year period. I'm getting questions about this every day, and we are really, really hoping for news on that in the new year as well. We are hoping that will come in the new year along with these other announcements. So again, if that is a visa you are potentially eligible for, please do reach out to us through our website or info@New Zealand Shores, and we can get you on that newsletter database so that when that announcement is made, you are first to know. Thanks everyone for having a quick listen, and we will be back online shortly with our next announcement.